Hi all of you, मैं शब्बीर from Edukemy and I'm recording this video as a part of our PYQ series. हमने कुछ ही हफ्ते पहले शुरू किया है series of videos on solving PYQs, जिससे कि आपका practice होता रहेगा and you can keep on getting ready for the examination. I call this also as a part of the PYQ awareness series so that you exactly know what does UPSC ask, how to prepare, what type of topics you must focus on and all of that. And we have a series also for science and tech, for quality. We'll run series on economy PYQs. We'll run series on environment PYQs. So check the playlist of Edukemy. You'll find all of this as a part of the PYQ series for solving 2025 examination and its preparation. Let's get started. And before we start off, one more thing. At the end of this video on the comment section, we have given you two links. One link is where you can go to our MCQ solving platform and solve the questions of the PYQs there. We have very uniquely organized all the questions thematically. We have organized questions in terms of subjects. We have organized questions in terms of years also. And it's free of cost. Please go log in and do check the analysis of your attempts. We have a very different type of approach of how you should attempt the questions, which it can also tell you what type of guesses you have tried, smart guess, confident guesses, or have you even left some questions with blind guesses maybe. You can have a look at analysis. Apart from this, as a part of your preparation support, we also allow you to download the content reading material. For example, today's PYQ session from Geography is on soils. So we'll give you two documents. Some of the notes are there and also very important summarization of all soil topics that you can revise for the examination. So here we go. So these are the questions which have been asked last 4 or 5 years in soils. So starting with Prelims Support Program, also called as PSP program, starting from December the 9th. This program is not simply a test series, it's an intensive program helping you practice over 5 months. We'll start off from December 9th onwards, we'll go right up to March and April. And I'll recommend all of you who can join this, please join this. It is not simply a test series, like I said. You will be given practice sessions, test analysis sessions, reading sessions, revision sessions, and a lot of support in terms of current affairs and also CSAT support sessions also. To join our PSP program, there are 4 or 5 types of questions that UPSC asks. UPSC asks you about the nature of the soils, what are the properties in terms of moisture content, in terms of the humus content, in terms of the texture and water retention. This is one type of question that they ask. Another type of question that they ask is mapping soils with the crops. Certain crops have specific requirements. Some require sandy soil, some require clay soil, some require soil with high amount of lime content, some require soils with high amount of nitrogen content. They ask you soils and map them with the type of crops. Third, the questions are also around a lot of soil problems, soil salinity, soil erosion, and they ask you around what are the methods of soil conservation and soil management. And the 4th type of questions on soils that they ask you is questions related to programs or schemes or some technology they may have introduced. So we have the Neem-coated urea, uska question pucha hua hai. You also ask questions related to some programs around, say, soil conservation like contour bunding. When you study soils, most of us, what we do is we study only the type of soils and where they are found. वो तो करना ही है. But you have to know other aspects of soils also. So here we go as a part of the discussion. So the soil series, we have the entire bank of last 45-year questions, but we are focusing on the questions of last couple of years. This was a question asked in 2023. It's an assertion using type of a question. Statement 1 says, soils in tropical forest is rich in nutrients. And statement 2 says, the high temperature and moisture of tropical rainforest cause dead organic matter in the soil to decompose easily. So the statement 1, we say soils of tropical rainforest is rich. This is wrong. Rainforests do not have rich soils. That's because rainforest, number 1, there is a lot of bacterial action that can destroy the humus organic content. And plus, rainforest soils are also heavily leached. Because of heavy rainfall, the nutrients move down and out of the soil system. Most soils of the tropical rainforest, a typical type of soil is called as oxysoils. These are very, very poor soils. They are not, although they are mature soils, very thick with horizons, but these are not rich soils. And the second question, the high temperature and high moisture are the reasons why the tropical rainforest have less organic matter. Organic matter decompose quickly. This is right. So in this question, the moment one is wrong, the second question is right. फिर तो आपका आसान बड़ा आसान बन जाता है, which says D. One is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. This was the first question. Let us look at the next question. This is the explanation. We'll share with you on the PPT you can download. Black cotton soil of India has been formed due to weathering of. This was a question asked in 2021. So if all of us know, this is the weathering of the Deccan lava plateau. Deccan lava plateau, example of fissure type of volcanic eruption. And the volcanic soils, the volcanic rocks that we have are basalt rocks. The basalt rocks are weathered and they have black cotton soil. So this is right. And if I ask the other, say a shale and limestone, when they weather, what type of soils they give up? They give us a special type of soils called as calcimorphic soils. They have a lot of calcium content, and shale, if it weathers, a soft one, it gives us soil which has a lot of clay content. Whereas weathering of granite and schist are the predominant rocks of the peninsular plateau apart from the areas of Deccan lava plateau. And these weathering will give you soils which are called as red soils. The red soils of the peninsular plateau are because of the weathering of granite and gneissic rocks. They're red because of a process called as kaolinization, where the feldspar mineral of the soils, they decompose and go under some kind of reactions to become a type of metal called as kaolin. And kaolins are red in color. So the answer for this question is fissure type of volcanoes, which have given us the black cotton soil. So this is a reminder that you are all invited to join our PSP program. We have very intense program and we have got tremendous track record of success also. Almost 50% of students who are part of last batch have qualified, and some of them have not qualified even after 3-4 attempts. So please join us. We have marathon sessions, practice sessions, analysis sessions, book reading sessions, along with support for CSAT, support for current affairs. You'll have personal mentorship also. This program is starting from December the 9th. You can all join us and let us know if you're interested. And continuing the next question that we have, the crop is subtropical in nature. A hard frost is injurious to it. It requires 210 frost-free days and it requires rainfall of 1,500 centimeters. A well-drained soil capable of retaining moisture is suitable for this crop. Which is that crop? Now in this, if you all know that a crop which requires at least 210 frost-free days is cotton. Okay. And cotton requires soils which have moisture retention capability. That's why the black cotton soil is suitable for this type of crop. Essentially, this question is more on the crops, but because it has reference to the water retention capacity of the soil, so this has some reference to black soils of India. The answer for this is cotton. Remember, cotton, although it is grown in many of the tropical areas, India, Pakistan, it is grown in parts of Egypt has a lot of cotton, so does the tropical parts of China. But cotton is also subtropical. It is grown in countries like Uzbekistan also, and some of the cotton crops also have in Ukraine. It's not typically only limited to tropical areas. Be aware of that. So cotton and the soil requires is the black cotton soil, which has moisture retention capability. Let us look at the next question. This question is about consider the agricultural soil, the following statements. The first is the high content of organic matter is drastically reduced its water holding capacity. Generally, whenever we have organic matter is matter like cow dung is organic matter, decomposing waste organic matter, compost is organic matter. Organic matter generally has a property of holding moisture. That's why if you know this process called as soil mulching. And soil mulching, what they do is they put aggregated waste in the soil so that the moisture can be retained. So this statement is actually wrong. It does not reduce the water holding capacity, it actually increases. Okay, this is the wrong statement. Soil does not play any role. This is an extreme statement. Any gaseous cycle, nitrogen ho, sulfur ho, oxygen ho, carbon dioxide ho, water ho, there will be some amount of soil component also. the soil does not play any role in surface cycle, this also will be a wrong statement. Irrigation or period of time can contribute to salinization. Absolutely correct. We have problems related to Punjab salinization. Problems of this is also in Maharashtra and parts of Western UP, in Rajasthan, in parts of Haryana. So in this, only statement number 3 is right. So only this is right. So this is the way you solve such questions. By the way, my invitation to all of you is, you must consider to log on to the link that we have given in the comment section, and please attempt the questions on our platform. Okay, the platform has the questions segregated in terms of year, in terms of theme. You can get good practice, and very importantly, you'll get good analysis also of your attempt. Let's move on towards the next question. Why does the government of India promote use of neem-coated urea in agriculture? So neem-coated urea, the importance here that it allows for slow release of urea in the soil. It is a kind of management so that nitrogen or urea component does not release immediately. So the choice it has is a release of neem oil in soil increases nitrogen fixation. Neem coating slows down the dissolution of urea in the soil. This is the right answer. So if you look at some new innovations like nano urea, where urea is sprayed in terms of a liquid, uske bhi advantages hai. It ensures that the plants can absorb urea right from the stems and leaves if they're sprayed on it, and the urea is not applied in the soils directly. This helps for less use of urea. Very importantly, urea does not end up having problems of toxicity in the soils. So ऐसे कुछ programs, ऐसे कुछ benefits of technology you must know. The last question I said, the answer is B. Let's move on next question. In India, the problem of soil erosion has to do with the following. So which of these causes soil problems? So terrace cultivation is a method that we have for agriculture, but the terrace cultivation से भी problem हो सकता है. Now, deforestation definitely is a right choice. So 2 तो होना ही होना है. And tropical climate also makes problems for soils, because in tropical conditions what happens is there is more and more drought. And if the tropical areas with droughts will have fallowing. Tropical areas may have also problems related to seasonality of rains, which can cause heavy rainfall in few months. Even that results in some amount of soil erosion. And tropical areas, poverty problems we have. So 2 and 3 are correct. And 1 is a tricky one. So if you look at the questions that has the way they are phrased in the answer they've asked, UPSC tells us that the answer is B, 2 only. But if you look at the conceptual aspects, 1, 2, and 3 भी right हो सकता है. Okay, and 2 and 3 भी हो सकता है, because 2 and 3 नहीं दिया है. You might get trapped in 1, 2, and 3. Terrace cultivation may be seen as a method of farming. So by that logic, 2 is a better answer. See what happens in a lot of questions is there are more than one right answers, and the students are confused कि कौन सा attempt किया गया है. The instructions are marked the most appropriate answer. So if I leave out terrace cultivation as a reason for a soil erosion, then I'm left with only 2 as the correct answer. But I'm sure some of you might be confused and end up marking 1 and 2 and 3 also, which is a matter of luck, the way they have phrased the question. Let's look at the next one, contour bunding. Contour bunding is a method of soil conservation. What happens is, if this is a slope, the soil and the land is cut so that the land is converted into steps like this. Okay, and in this step, what happens is, for the sake of conserving, so the plants are grown here, the crops are grown here. Very popular crops are vegetables. They grow millets, they grow maize, they're grown here. But then if it rains heavily, it's every possibility that the soils can also get washed down. What happens at the edge of the terrace, edge mein, they make some kind of a small embankment. They call this as bund. They make a small embankment here. They call this as bunds. These bunds, the soils, whatever moving here, the soils get trapped here. They will not further get lost. And in recent schemes that involve agroforestry, ye bunds mein they also grow some trees. They grow plum trees, they could grow apple trees, they grow apricot trees. So these trees, along with the bunds, they help in soil conservation. This is one of the models of agroforestry, which is used in the terraces of a Himalayan, say, villages, agroforestry. So contour bunding is a method that helps us soil conservation, but choice में desert margin नहीं होगा, low flat plains near stream courses ये भी नहीं होगा, scrub lands liable for weed growth ये भी नहीं होगा. The answer is none of the above. It's applicable only for the mountain slopes to conserve the loss of soil. This answer may D hai. So this is one support that we have for you solving the questions on soils. We have helped to solve 6-7 questions across the last 5-6 years and 10 years. My recommendation is do download the document. We have a proper document which has the summary of the soils. This is a document of 6-7 pages where I've compiled the maps of the soil locations. We also have a list of the soils and what are they poor in and what are rich in. Look at Indian soils in general, all the soils, they will be invariably relatively poor in nitrogen. Most of the Indian soils are poor in humus. Most of them are also poor in phosphorus. That's why they must add a lot of phosphates. So whether it is alluvial soil, whether it's black soil, red soil, whether it's laterite soils, all of them. The mountain soils are one exception where they have some amount of potash. In fact, potash is also decent in the black soils. Plus, if you know of the soils called as terrai soils also have decent amount of potash. Okay, so essay compilations हैं. We also have a list of soil problems, जैसे कि कहाँ पर soil erosion है, कहाँ पर problems of soil alkalinity and salinity है, which soils are acidic soils. So acidic soils, जैसे कि laterite soils are acidic soils. Similarly, the soils which are formed because of a process called as podzolization, podzols, they are very common soils of mountains which have coniferous forests. So those type of soils also are acidic soils. Certain type of soils are waterlogging, particularly soils which have a lot of clay content. Okay, they can trap water. Terrai soils, deltaic soils, they're capable of trapping water. Black cotton soil can trap water. So we have listed down some of these problems that we have in the soils. We also have list of local names: Rigur soil, Khadar soil, Bangar soil. I'm sure you've heard about these names. These 4 types of soil are actually part of the soils of the northern plains. Northern plains alluvial soils. If you look from the mountain, say foothills towards river Ganga, अगर ये Himalayas हैं, ये foothills हैं, you move on. This is river Ganga here. Okay, so the soils of the northern plains, there are series of soils here. We have the foothills में, we have upper soils. Then we have the terrai soils. Then we have soils of older floodplain called as Bangar soils. And we have the soils of the young floodplains called as Khadar soils. Khadar soils are the most fertile soils, but they have a lot of flood problems because of the low-lying nature. So ये 4 soils हो गया. Kari soils, these are the soils of the coastal areas, particularly the soils of the mangrove forests of India. Kari soil will be sticky, black in color, a lot of peat content is there. They also have a lot of organic content, plus they are very sticky, okay, and not the best soils for cultivation. Coastal alluvian is one type of alluvial soil found in delta regions. Concord is one type of calcium carbonate concretions, the calcareous nodules, and concord soils are found along with the Bangar soils. So आप ये देख सकते हैं. We also have a lot of listing of what are the terms related to soil conservation, say contour plowing, terrace farming, strip corming, and so on. So you have this mulching is a very important type of process to conserve the soil moisture. Like I said, they can scatter the the agriculture waste, straw ho gaya, cow dung ho gaya, and that helps in conserving the moisture. So these are some of the terms you can refer to. And plus whatever programs we have in India related to soil. Soil health card scheme hai. We have the Pranam scheme that we have. Organic farming ke andar hota hai. Yes. Plus lot of technologies have been developed as a part of the programs. So you can all download this material for a revision of soils. We have the link. Please go there and download. And I hope this video helps you in preparation for the prelims. This way we'll have series of videos where you can prepare the PYQs and analyze them also. Having said this, I welcome all of you to join our PSP program starting from December the 9th. Thank you so much for watching. Watch the other videos also under subject-based PYQ analysis and PYQ solving. Thank you. See you again in the next video.